Welcome in air signs to your July reading. So this month I'm doing a little bit something different here. So I'm doing readings by element. So water, fire, earth, and air signs. And then afterwards, in a separate video, I'm going to be doing a bonus extended where I pull a few smaller, do a little smaller mini reading for each zodiac sign. So definitely watch this one and then take a look at the bonus extended where you can get more specifics, which is again going off of this one for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But we're going to do a general run here. We are finally here at the climax of the year. It's not that just we're in the middle of the year, but this was seen, July has been foretold since last year that this was going to be a big month. This is one of the, astrologically, the biggest month of the year. There's a lot going on, and this is reaching a huge climax and almost like a huge reset. What I've kind of been seeing in the readings, because you guys are last, is, again, I've been talking about the two timelines, even though there's multiple timelines, but really it's almost like at the highest level, there's really two. And maybe there's a couple underneath each two, but it's really the path of the new earth, of really creating a life of energy and reality that's more aligned with peace and harmony, and harnessing, because right, we are in a reality of duality, but when you're awakened and conscious, you're able to use the energies of the dualities for a good cause, right? For service, for love, for integration, instead of, being distorted and being too much in the dense, or pushing away the density, which creates suffering as well. So it's kind of a huge point here. So let's see what's going on for air signs. And also, as a little plug, take a look at the description below. And if you're interested, I have an Etsy shop where I sell energy stone jewelry, which I call them energy tools, that you can use to support you. I do energy work with them and hand make them. My books are available on Amazon, which are also going to help right now, especially this month, because my books are a series which support, and the basis of it is building your heaven on earth. And then also, if you're interested in working one-on-one with me in a personal reading, you can book that on my website. Okay. Air signs, what is going on with you guys? I had some flyers here. So we have transformation, that's a big energy, adventures, and diligence. This diligence card has been coming out a lot. Yeah, that's an interesting one, because that's been coming out a lot. I've picked up on different things, obviously, for each reading, because it's for different groups. But I guess I'm starting with here. But I'm seeing for you too, and I think I saw this for, it was either water or fire signs. But in this card, you see this bird flying like above the clouds. He kind of has a broader perspective of what's below. And I feel like that's kind of the theme for July for you, air signs, is you're starting to see things differently. And you're definitely almost like you're awakening to new perspectives, especially about your life, your patterns, about where you're at and why in your life, and realizing that, oh, okay, now I see why I'm here, or why the past happened, or I'm seeing more high level and gaining more awareness of myself and my own belief systems that have blocked me, or just, again, my patterns. And that's what's really transforming you. There's a big transformation this month for air signs, okay? So I think, but this is a positive one, because what's unfolding for you is I'm just, yes, it says adventures, which I do feel like there's a call for you to adventure out of the norm. I feel like there's experiences and people and places that you're meant to, experience. And maybe with your prior routines, your prior focus, your blocks, you wouldn't be able to reach this potential. And that's what's changing for you. You're shifting to finally be able to access more of your potential, a new level that's going to take you where you need to be. Because I feel like your old perspective was blocking you from that. Air signs. Yes, air signs. Okay, so let's pull some tarot cards. And interestingly enough, I did pull the Travel Tarot for you guys, and we have a theme of you moving and a shaking in the future here. Three of Swords. So this is the card of heartache. So this is definitely been a block for you. But then here's the Gemini card, the Magician. So you are, for one, you see she's kind of walking in the opposite direction of this card. So you definitely are moving out of just being stuck in this state of doom and gloom, or, sadness or depression, or just really this being your default state. And maybe you're not even conscious of it, but you had a lot of heartache that you were repressing really deep. And even though, again, maybe you're not conscious of it, this is your default. This is what has motivated your approach to life, your beliefs, your routines, your reactivity, how your relationships, all sorts of things. And then the Six of Pentacles. So this is creating more harmony. There has to be a transformation here for you to improve and create energy in your life that's more equitable. And I do feel like if you look at your life so far, you would maybe feel like life has not been equitable to you. That you feel like either what you're giving out, you haven't received back, or you're being more aware of maybe you weren't giving. So you weren't giving fully, and because that could have been your block. You weren't fully giving to life. You weren't fully giving to all the relationships in your life. You weren't fully opening up because maybe you have a deep belief that you don't trust people. You don't trust relationships. You are overly protective because you don't want to lose yourself. Or you feel like if I open myself too much, people are going to take advantage of me. There's something there. But what's happening is there needs to be more equitability in the energy coming from you. Four of Cups. Yes, there's definitely been a lot of disappointments in your life. Maybe even feeling like things don't necessarily work out for you. The Fool, but you are on a new path. This is a whole new path that's opening up for you, and it's going to be completely different. What's interesting too in this deck, this dog is more of a loyal companion in this deck, which I love this energy here, because usually in the Magician card, the dog is like nipping at the feet of the Fool, but the dog represents fear. But in this deck, I feel more of this supportive energy of you shifting out of a fear-based reality, especially in connections, but now you're starting to harness your dog energy, which is that loyalty, which is that companionship, and you're open to it now, and you're starting to open yourselves to life in general, opening it up to receive connection and companionship. Nine of Wands here. Yes, so we're definitely closing out something. You're definitely making some decisions. I feel like you've been contemplating, like, do I give up on this thing? Do Do I continue doing this thing? I'm definitely feeling beat up by something with the amount of effort or energy or time or money that you've invested in something in particular. And it really has not brought harmony in your life. Okay? But I do feel like the Nine of Wands is also saying, like, just, it's not about giving up in general. Like, that could be something like, you know what, all my relationships have been shitty, or they did me wrong. My parents, you know, stems from my childhood, but like, maybe I just give up on relationship in general. Maybe it's never going to happen for me. So that could also be a meaning to the Nine of Wands. But it's kind of like saying, like, don't give up now on, especially if it's a big dream. But I think there needs to be an assessment of what your dreams are, because there could be too much focus, like obsessive focus on something that just is not going to produce, and you need to choose a new route. Okay, air signs. So this is, I'm liking this for you guys. I do like the Fool and the Magician showing up in the center here. So there is a big major shift for you in July. And how it appears, so surrounding this are the minor arcana cards. So it shows up in different ways, but in the center of your being, there's huge shifts going on. All right, air signs, thank you for joining in. Don't forget to watch the bonus extended as well. Have a good July, and I will see you in the next reading.